Good morning again, YouTube. I'll apologize for what I'm going to say, even though I don't think it's a good public speaking practice to apologize before you say something, about what you're about to say, because it just gets people disinterested. But I will apologize in that normally my Ramble videos talk about something a little less trifling than what I'm about to say. This is a thought that I had directly after having to be behind a septic suck truck on the highway for about 5 miles. I took a picture of the back of it because the exit port where all of the septic stuff would come out eventually out of this truck, it had the label Yesterday's Meals on Wheels. That wasn't the name of the company. That was just like, I guess, a joke. But, yeah, when you're smelling that stuff, ugh. I took a picture and link in the description box to that. But I was also hit with something else a bit stinky. And, it's about as close to bigotry as I feel that I get in my life, and it's a sort of musical purism where I want a certain thing when I tune into a radio station, and I know that I'm going to get a whole bunch of ads if I tune into a terrestrial station. And I know I'm going to get a lot of annoying DJs talking. That's like par for the course. But when I tune into a station, normally it's a hard rock, heavy metal, punk, alternative station. Mostly just new rock. And the radio station I was listening to was KBPI. That's their call sign. And I don't like when rap infects heavy metal, even though I do realize the lineage of rap actually runs right through metal for some people. If you look at that sort of thing, like the documentary Metal actually says rap's an offshoot of heavy metal. Of course, there's a bit of a bias to that one. But I don't like when a country song or jazz, especially jazz. I hate when jazz infects my radio station. Fusion jazz is the worst. It's the soundtrack to prison rape. But when I'm listening to my radio station, one of the things that I really, really don't want is I don't want to be preached to. And I know there's a lot of people like me who listen to heavy metal because it's a sanctuary of thought where it's cathartic, it's a release, and you don't have to deal with shit that you deal with all day. And on my drive home, twice, I was listening to a song and realizing that I was being preached to. And it kind of spoils the song for me, right? A little bit more than, people complaining, well, why can't you just sit through a prayer that begins a city council meeting? Why can't you just, sit through it and be fine with it? It's just a minute out of your life. Well, when I'm trying to choose to not listen to that kind of stuff, and I go to the genre of music that is the farthest from preachiness. When I go for sex, drugs, and rock and roll FM, I don't want to be preached to. And the two songs in particular that I listened to were Avenged Sevenfold's Hail to the King and Volbeat's Dead But Rising, back to back. And I've had little things here and there, as far as listening to radio stations before, and then finding a song that I felt just completely was hard hitting with its musical arrangement, but its lyrics preaching to me kind of spoiled it for me. I didn't like it anymore because I didn't agree with the message. I find that a lot more on a country music station, when people are celebrating their ignorance. But with metal, it's a different thing. I feel like most Christian bands try too hard to co-opt metal when they're in that genre and they're playing it, and I'm very glad that they have their own stations to play that stuff, and they don't often find themselves into the secular arena. But it got annoying, really. Like, both of those songs back to back. And when I came home, I decided to watch the music video for Avenged Sevenfold's Hail to the King. And in the chorus, there was a line, "Stand in the sun." And for those of us with an upbringing that was more slanted towards the evangelical or charismatic church, it's obvious what they're saying there. It's an obvious reference to Jesus, but it's the way that they spelled son is trying to mask the fact that they made a Christian song and put it on secular stations. And it happens, and it doesn't raise my ire as much when, say, Ozzy Osbourne wears a cross, or in an interview you'll hear Gene Simmons talk about being a strict Jew, or even the members of Slayer talking about their Satanism as if it's a really serious thing in their life. It's just when it gets to the point where I know I'm being preached to, and I know that the musicians are using the platform in order to try to win souls for Christ. That's when I'm like, that's not what I wanted to tune into. And when it's on the station that I'm not supposed to get that, when it's on the station where that's where we go to avoid that shit, it pisses me off. So, I guess as soon as possible I should start getting back to the Octane station on satellite radio and get away from terrestrial stations. I hate commercials anyway. Adblock Plus, everyone, if you're watching commercials while you watch my videos. I don't care about how much revenue I'm losing. I care more about the time that's being wasted out of your life. And if you're watching me because you don't like being preached to, I promise, I'll never go there, even though your local metal station may.